Speaking of Bears, the Browns play the Bears.
They do.
On Sunday.
This will be Shedeur and Caleb's second matchup. You remember USC came to Colorado.
Yep. And I remember that matchup because I remember saying, just imagine if Caleb Williams comes into Colorado and they're going to have a duel. They're going to compare the two quarterbacks, of course. I said, just imagine if Shedeur plays just as well or outduels Caleb Williams. That should elevate him because a lot of people were talking about Shedeur couldn't perform on that level at the time coming from Jackson State. Well, he did. 371 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, only 1 interception, 50 rushing yards, 1 rushing TD. Final score 48. USC won 48-41, but his numbers and Caleb's numbers was right there. Caleb had 6 passing TDs, 1 interception, 403 yards. But Shedeur showed that he belonged on that level and could compete with a highly touted quarterback like Caleb Williams, Heisman Trophy winner. What do you see coming up in the matchup Sunday, Unc?
I see Browns to the side because you never know what kind of game or scheme they're going to call. Browns to the side. I see Shedeur best game yet coming. The more time he gets with this offense, the more time he gets with these receivers, the more comfortable he gets in whatever scheme or schematic is taking place for that particular weekend, the better he's going to be. Like you looked at it, like you just said, yeah, he came from Jackson State, and look what he did against TCU with the offseason. And then look what he did against USC when they came to town, with all the time leading up to that game. The Bears game will be his fourth start. I think he had that half game and then the 2 other starts, and now this one. And this will be a start for finish on the road like his opening start was. I don't know what the weather's going to be, but the weather in Chicago is about the same as Cleveland, so conditions shouldn't matter too much, as far as it being snowing and windy, that kind of thing. I think Shedeur is once again going to show the world that he should have been starting all along. I'm expecting, when I say even better game, that doesn't necessarily mean more touchdowns or more receptions. Or, it's just a better game as far as the flow. And then also what I expect, and when I say a better game is, I think the Browns players, I don't know about the staff and the owner, I think the Browns players want to win. Because in this past game, Shedeur won, but the team lost. I would hope that they can go into Chicago, and Chicago kind of riding high and may not be maybe looking past the schedule. I wouldn't be surprised if the Browns can get this win. I really wouldn't.
Yeah. I think they can go in there and ball out. But if you're the owners, once again, they're going to be, I don't know. We want to get that high draft pick. We're going to get that high draft pick. But we're going to go we got another caller just checked in. We got another runner just checked in. We're going to
call you on the
their
air.
opinion. We'll get their opinion.
Call you on the air, man. Let me say it.
Say what?
I want to say caller you on the air.
Okay, here we go.
Caller you on the air.
That's funny. How y'all brothers doing? Appreciate it. Checking in from. I'm doing good. I'm from Mississippi, by the way, from Laurel, but checking in from Germany. So
okay,
Stop the press.
Easy,
that's an international call, Chico.
Yeah, I just wanted to get y'all thoughts on how y'all thought Shedeur played, and the fact that we're sitting here basically saying we told you so because we told you that's who he was all along.
Yeah.
And they finally figured it out.
Thig, I'm going to flip it on you, man. I want to hear your thoughts on how he played.
Yeah.
I honestly think the second game he played was his best game, even though they lost against the 49ers. I think he played better that game. And this last game, oh, man, he was spectacular. Other than the interception. But this last game, he was spectacular, for sure.
Yeah. Go ahead, Unc. How do you think he played? In your opinion?
I thought he looked comfortable. And what I love what he said about his press conference is him being comfortable is a result of having been uncomfortable, and that he doesn't shy away from being uncomfortable. He embraces being uncomfortable. We talked about Big Thig going into his draft status. We know it happened with the draft. We're talking about pre-draft. That for the most part, just like Cam is experiencing in Nashville, for the most part, great quarterbacks that go early end up on a bad team, and most bad teams have bad offensive lines. It starts in the trenches. And to me, there was no better quarterback coming out of college last year than Shedeur Sanders, who could show you I can perform under duress. Because he's done it in Colorado, for 2 years with nothing else. You saw him being the leader in conference and getting sacked, but also leading the conference in completion percentage and yardage pass. So
exactly
what's happening to him in Cleveland, I think this past game, Big Dog Chico pointed out, of the 5 offensive linemen, only 2 starters were there. So there was 3 people from the bench, and look how well it performed. The more and more comfortable this young brother gets, the more and more he's gonna light up the league.
And you see it right there looking at his stats. Whether it's the coaches getting more comfortable with him, or whether it's just his play demanding more attempts, or the ball game demanding more attempts, or whatever. But he's getting those more attempts as the game, as the season progresses, and he continues to start. As he's been named the starter for the rest of the season, so we might see him just continue this trend of 35 to 40 something pass attempts, and that'll put him in Shedeur style. He's gonna be throwing for 350 plus yards every damn game if they do that. Yeah, that completion percentage is only going to go up further and further.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, I think they should stay between the 30 to 35 attempts per game ish, because you go get the production regardless.
Right.
You go get the production. Right. So, like I said, he's getting comfortable.
Big Thing, let me get your thoughts on this before we let you run. Appreciate you checking in all the way from Germany. I thought one of his best plays of the game was not the passing game. I thought that run for the touchdown was phenomenal because he was patient. He did his drop. He went through his progressions. Nothing was there. The middle of the field open. He took off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And I like the fact that he actually taking the time out to actually throw the ball away. Like, he getting rid of the football. Like, if he don't have it, like, hey, just go to the next play. We'll live. And like you said, on that scramble, he was patient. He went through 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he got up out of there. And you saw the results. But they said he wasn't mobile, right?
Right. Well, he's gonna be surprising a lot of people, especially in that red zone, how he's gonna be scoring those touchdowns from those short yardage, like short and goals or whatever it is in goal. He's going to be scoring a lot of touchdowns from the scramble, I think, because people are not going to be accounting for it. They're going to just play in the pass, and he's going to pick his pick and choose. And I think he'll have you might see 2 more scores in the next few games, just like that. That's from Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, that is definitely possible. I believe that too. But appreciate you, fellas. Appreciate y'all, fellas, for having me on.
Appreciate you. Let me say this big thing before you bounce out of here. Just know this. That if I was going for a 2-point conversion, I would keep you in the game. Just so you know, though.
I hope so, because we go.
We take your best player out.
We call it Wiesbaden formation. Wiesbaden.
Hey, I'm only about 30 minutes for Wiesbaden, so that's kind of funny.
When a brother comes from Mississippi here in Germany, I know you close to Wiesbaden.
Dusseldorf.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. about a good hour or so.
That's right. All right, man. Appreciate you joining.
Appreciate y'all.
Call in next time.
Y'all, fellas.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir. Hey.
Chico.
Hey, man.
You think you doing something in Hawaii? It's tomorrow in Germany.
he a day ahead.
At least me and you in the same day. He watching Tuesday show on a Wednesday.
Y'all know what to do, man. Run them lights up and put your chakras in the sky. Put your black fists high. Put your black fists high. Keep your rebel flags high in the sky. That's right. We up and about of here. Peace and business. What's wrong with the flag?